Good evening and welcome to Airtel Touching Lives. I'm your host, Wana. Let's take a look and see how Airtel is changing lives. Tonight, we pay a visit to a story from Season 4. And we visit a community in darkness.
Electricity is part of day-to-day activity.
When there is no light, there is no life.
It's as if we have been ostracized here. Our children cannot even live normal lives.
Instead of buying things plenty that will spoil, we are buying it small. For us to go to the market, come, we will spend not less than 250 Naira.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light. And make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one. You're touching. You're the one. Touching lives.
The Imodi community has been a center of learning for many towns and villages in the area. But their development has been stifled by a lack of access to computers and internet technology.
I think that the access to the internet will actually help improve knowledge in terms of crop production. It will help in the research that students actually carry out and also the assignments they have in school.
The youth in Nigeria are facing different challenges of not knowing how to use a computer.
When we are given assignment, our teachers will told us to go and type it or do photocopy. We don't have access to that here in our town. We have to go far away like Ijebu-Ode or Ijebu-Igbo before we can have access to that. So having it here will be a will make that our assignment to be very easier for us to do.
The community has a space available for an IT center, but they lack the necessary funds to implement it.
In the past, this center is very historical to this community, and it was actually championed by a Reverend Canon of late memory, Adesonya Odubogun, who actually laid the foundation of this community.
Because of his contribution after his death, they believe they can just honor him by putting him there.
We strongly believe that this center is a place that would actually serve the purpose for which we want to set an ICT center for. Basically, it's accessible, it's within the center of the town. It's a place where security is really guaranteed with respect to the gadgets or equipment that will be put here. And it's a generally acceptable place by every member of the community.
The system is going to be very useful to the community, not even the community alone, to all surrounding villages.
Here in Ifesoakpo, we have well over 25,000 people, out of which probably we have 70% of that as majorly youths and children. And taking this ICT out of that kind of number of people, I think it's not something that will be palatable for us. So it's really going to be huge. It's really an opportunity for this ICT center to serve so many minds that we cannot imagine of.
I want to say, Honorable, thank you for your vision and your insights. It's going to be an example to those who are watching out there as well, who are in other communities who have these issues too. And Airtel, of course, would like to do something and touch your lives. So Airtel will refurbish the existing structure.
Wow, that's great.
And they'll also provide you with computers, scanners, copiers, generator.
Wow, we should pop a bottle
I
of
know, right?
champagne right now. Thank you so much.
That's nice.
Airtel Touching Lives recently went to visit the new IT center to see how things have changed for the Imodi community.
On behalf of the board, management and staff of Airtel Nigeria, I welcome you specially to this event.
And of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. This ICT center, donated by Airtel Network Limited, was inaugurated by Mr. Tokunbo Talabi, Secretary to the State Government of Ogun State, on the 5th day of October 2019.
That's always amazing to see. Stay with us because after the break, we bring you a story of a community desperately in need of light. To join the conversation and interact with tonight's show, you can visit our social media. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Touching lives, touching truth, touching lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. Our next story is about a community who has tasked themselves to improve the area, but despite all their efforts, they still lack access to electricity.
Touching lives.
Electricity is part of day-to-day activity of any community whatsoever.
When there is no light, there is no life.
It's as if we have been ostracized here. This place is was just a spill out of Lagos. I came on board around 2008. I still made the place as a forest. The only entrance to the place was aided by a wooden bridge. Later on, we came together and think of a way out for easy access to this place.
The community built the bridge. We built the bridge by ourselves, and that bridge cost us over 50 million naira.
So it was a great achievement on our part, which was envied by all the neighboring communities.
This place is a wonderful place with a lot of promises if developed. The community is big. If you have to go on foot, you can't cover the whole place at once. That's why the community is divided into 3 zones. The major problem is this, our electricity. Government people have come, they couldn't help. Somewhere along the line, a year ago, we were able to get someone who came to rescue us and give us transformer. And that's a person in the name of Honorable Ladipopo Adebutu. Since then, we've been struggling hard. Even after we got the transformer, we've been working hard to see how we can put up the electricity. So far, if you look at that's the area where we are, we've erected the poles and we are putting wires, little by little. So we've been working on our own. We're working on our own, looking here and there for wherever we can source help.
We are looking for funds here and there. We want to borrow money here and there. We cannot. The ones that are ready to borrow us money, they put exorbitant interest on it. So it's like enslaving ourselves.
It's one of those reasons that led us to approach Airtel for assistance.
Since 2006, I've been living here, no lights. And the people in this community have suffered a lot to get the light, but we are unable to meet it. That's why when I had the Airtel Touching Life on the radio, I have to communicate to them to nominate my community if they can assist us in getting the light. We are unable to have good water because those who have borehole, the generator they are using to pump it is not good. So if they come for us for just an hour, the generator will spoil.
You cannot iron your cloth. You cannot charge your phone as you like. You take your phone outside if you cannot afford a generator. And if you have a power generating set, if you cannot afford PMS, you still have to go and beg people before you can charge your phone. All other activities here crumbled because of electricity. The only thing you can see that can blossom here is maybe selling of foodstuffs, which doesn't require electricity for storage or for preservation. Aside from that, no other business is going on here.
Even it is the phone we are using to listen to the news, to know what is going on in the world. The quality of education for our children is not good.
When I want to read at night or do anything, I don't use candles. But one, this leads to unhappiness because of the rejection of that people by loved ones. When I use candles, I have to be careful because they're very dangerous. There are many types of toilets.
Our children cannot even live normal lives. When I say normal lives, every morning they have to wake up as early as 5 o'clock to go and queue up before they can get water. Or when they come back in the afternoon towards evening, after school, to go and source for water. Secondly, if you cannot afford money for petrol, fuel, that is PMS, that means you will not get light. If you cannot afford generator, you cannot get light. If you cannot afford borehole, you cannot get water, or else you go about begging people for water. So it made life unbearable for people living on this island.
My friends are talking about cartoons or film shows. I feel horned because I can't talk to them about it because I don't even have an idea about it. Because we don't have electricity in our community.
Bí ó ṣe síná ní agbègbè wa yìí kò wá òkè tó kò dáa. Ṣùgbọ́n a máa lọ à ń ṣe wàhálà ká tó rómi pọn. Kò síná àti fi pọn omi. Kò sí àrí fáànù lò. Àrí tẹlifíṣàn wò. Owó tó yẹ ká fi jẹun, òun là ń lọ fi ra epo fi lo jẹnẹrétọ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò sáà wà pa. Bóoru bá dé gan, a lè tan tẹlifíṣàn jẹ́ mọ́jú láti fi gba atẹ́gùn sára. Gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ sá kò wà òkè, a láìkẹ́ rárá ní àdúgbò bíi pé kí a níná káwa náà máa gbégbé ayọ̀ àti àlàáfíà la fẹ́.
You know, it's unbearable for the children, for the adults, for everybody, for men, for women. So all of us are suffering in darkness.
We tax ourselves by what we can contribute. So, and then, you know, the people living here, we are low-income people, and then that's why the little we are able to gather is what we are using to put up to carry on the project.
So far, we spent about 2.7 million on the project. That's as on the high tension poles and some low tension poles. Where we are going to tap the high tension cable is still very far from this community.
Those who are living here, they are living from hand to mouth. In 2-3 years that we've been gathering that 40,000 naira each house, many houses have not contributed their home because they don't have the capacity.
These hard times has not been easy for anybody, if I must say it, for anybody.
People are already moving away from the community.
Instead of buying things plenty that will spoil, then we are buying it small so that it will not spoil because we don't have the light to power the deep freezer or the fridge to keep it. So it is the little things we need that we are buying. For us to go to the market to go and buy it, at least come, we will spend not less than 250 naira to go and come back to reach market. And it's almost every day we are going like that.
No business. All those who are into trade, they have to go out. And anyone that is strong enough financially to carry out the business, they have to venture on generator, so which is not favorable. You know, we pay much when it comes to generator. Like in my place, at the end of the day, at times what we make is not even up to how much we bought, the fuel we bought. So it's seriously challenging. Those young ones who are not in school, just moving around, they are not working. So most of them are out of way. So I look at how I can help them. So I decided that I will move my business, because before I was having my center at Computer Village, Ikeja. So I decided to move it down to this place. Presently I have, I think 19 or 20 of them learning. So since we started, some of them have become serious, some of them are back in school now. I'm happy because my coming to this place is really promoting the community, it's really helping the community. So we are doing that to help them. Most of them are not paying, they are not paying me. I provided the learning tools for them, they are learning with it. That's just what I think I can do to support the community. My dream for the community, well, I can't call it dream because I'm already working on it. I'm already working on it. I still believe that God providing money, there are so many things that are yet to be done in the community. So which I'm believing that I will be able to do. And God empowering me, because it's not by the power of anybody. If God is not sending help, how will you help yourself? So I see this community in the future, if all those things are in place, it's going to be very, very wonderful. The community is going to grow bigger.
Once there's electricity, the business will boom.
If we have power, the life of both young and old will change.
Stay with us, because after the break, the Isokan community members will be joining us in the studio. To join the conversation and interact with tonight's show, you can visit our social media. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Touching lives, touching lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. Joining us in the studio, we have Mr. Ojeni and Mr. Bamidele from the Isokan community. Welcome, and thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you.
Also, thank you for bringing this to our attention as well. Mr. Ojeni, I want to know, I mean, what is it like for the community to live without any power at all? What is it like living in that place?
It's not conducive at all. It's just as if we don't have life, because light is life. Because there is no light, everything is down, so to say. Because the business is not thriving, even living in the domestic house is not good at all. To fetch water, to charge our phone, to even do our children assignment from school. All these are the problems that no lights put on our neck. So it's not an easy task at all.
Mr. Bamidele, you are the community secretary, and I can see that the community has also been able to just do a few things. I mean, how difficult was it even just getting those things done, like building the bridge and everything else that you guys have been able to do?
We were not finding it easy at all, because, as he rightly said, light is life, and where there is no light, we can say there is no life, because most functions have been down. And that's one of the reasons why the community have not been developing, so to say. And we, on our own, have been trying, but it's not, because average of us living in the place, we are low-income earners, and that's why things are not moving. We can say things are not moving, because when it comes to development, when it comes to improvements, where there is no light, most of our people move out to go and get their things done. Like welders among us, hairdressers among us, they go far away looking for where there is electricity before they can get their things done. So we are not finding it easy at all. It's been tough. So.
And what would you say would be the potential if there's access to power and electricity in your community?
Wow. If the moment we have access to power, electricity, our place will be speedily developed. And because our community is supposed to be the best in that environment, because it's an estate. We have only one entrance, but because there is no light, our environment is the poorest for now. Land is being sold so cheap, and that's why we have all sorts of people flooded the place. But the moment light comes, I'm very sure development will be highly speed up.
What are some of the things that you see happening for young people, even for older people as well, in terms of work?
For the young people, especially those who are in school age, their education will improve because they will have light to read their book, to do other things on phone, because they will be able to have access to charge. And for the old ones, their business too will move. Like for instance, the welder, the job they will get, the people will be sure that if they give them work, they will receive it on time because the power will be there. Even those who are selling pure water commonly, their life will change. Their life will change.
First of all, thank you for all the things that you've been doing for the community, for nominating your community as well, so that this, comes to everyone's attention. Airtel would like to do something to change your lives, because we're all about touching lives on this program.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
We're going to find out now. So Airtel has decided to support you with 6.5 million Naira, which will be used to purchase the high-tension cables that you need, 15 poles, as well as installation costs to ensure the community is connected and has power.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate Airtel, their board, and all their staffs. We really appreciate you, and may God bless you the more.
So we want to appreciate Airtel Touching Lives for this great thing they've done for us, because we've been looking forward for this rescue. But we thank God for Airtel, we thank God for everyone concerned. Indeed, we all appreciate this. The whole of the community will appreciate this. In fact, this is another happiest day of my life. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you. And we are looking forward to all the amazing things that are going to happen in your community as well. Indeed, there is light after darkness. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. See you next time on Airtel Touching Lives. Over the past few seasons, Airtel Touching Lives has helped to empower and uplift thousands of Nigerians. And this season was no different.
People are really suffering.
I still have hope.
I know that God doesn't leave things halfway.
Thank you to all our viewers for inviting us into your homes and sharing in our journey as we continue to change lives.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light and make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one, you're the one, touching lives.
Airtel, the smartphone network.